everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I decided to do the part 2 of the Furry Friend Tag, and if you'd like to check out part 1, I will leave it a link down below to the video in the description box. Part 1 is all about Sammy, and today's video part 2 will all be about Frodo. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first question asks us, what is your pet's name? And this is Frodo. I got his name because it kind of goes with Sammy, named him after the Hobbit from the Lord of the Rings. And so the second question asks us, what kind of pet is it and what breed? Frodo is a guinea pig, as you can see, and he is an American short-haired, or some people also call them the smooth-haired guinea pigs. The third question asks us, how long have you had your pet friend? Well, we got Frodo in November 9th of 2014, so we have had him for almost 4.5 months. He's almost been 5 months with us. And so the next question asks us, how did you get your pet friend? And we got Frodo from Petco. He was kind of unplanned. I mean, we were ready for him and everything, but getting him was completely unplanned. Basically, Sammy's last friend passed away in August, so we were looking for a friend for Sammy so that he wasn't by himself, and we were planning on adopting a guinea pig from our local Humane Society, but at the time the Humane Society weren't carrying any guinea pigs for adoption, so we were kind of waiting until they posted some guinea pigs for adoption. But then we went to Petco to buy some foraging treats for Sammy, and we saw this little guinea pig on the display cage, and he was all by himself, and he looked very sad and very bored. So my mom instantly fell in love with him, so we decided to go ahead and take him home. If you would like to check out the video where I introduced Frodo for the first time to YouTube, I'll leave a link down below. It basically explains this whole story of how we got him and why we got him and everything. And so the next question asks us, how old is your pet friend? And Frodo was about 3 months when we first got him, and now that we've had him for about 4.5 months, we're estimating his age to be about 7 or 8 months. So he's still a pretty young little guy. And so the next question asks us, what are some quirky things about your pet's personality? Well, one of the things that I find really quirky about Frodo is that he eats his food really fast so he can go steal Sammy's. So whenever I give him their veggies or I give them a treat, I always have to sit down next to them and make sure that Frodo doesn't steal Sammy's, because he got this tendency to eat his treats really fast so that he can go and steal Sammy, because Sammy eats, well, like a normal guinea pig, or it's just slower than Frodo. So I literally have to sit right here with the boys while they eat their treats, because if I don't, Frodo will steal Sammy and Sammy won't get his treat. And I find that really funny. Another thing that I find really funny about Frodo is that he likes to sleep in the oddest places just so that he can be as close as possible to Sammy. So for example, in their little wooden hut right there, Sammy will sleep inside the little house, but Frodo got this idea of sleeping on top of it so that he can stay as close as possible to Sammy. Because if you watch the first part of the Furry Friend Tag where I talk all about Sammy, I did say that Sammy doesn't like to cuddle with other guinea pigs, and Frodo, I think Frodo likes to cuddle, but Sammy will absolutely not let Frodo near him. So Frodo will do whatever it takes to be as close as possible to Sammy. And I think that's just so cute and so adorable and so quirky. The next question that they ask us is, what does your relationship with your pet mean to you? And just as I talked about on the part 1 with my relationship with Sammy, my relationship with Frodo is that he brings me so much joy. I love to watch him enjoy life. Because he is so young, he is a little more energetic than Sammy. He loves to do zoomies and he loves to popcorn, and I love watching him because he is just so funny, and it honestly warms my heart every time I see him enjoy all the new things that I get him. all basically enjoy his life in general. He brings me so much joy and so much happiness, and I love, especially after I have a tough day at work or just a tough day in general, I love to come by the boys' cage and just watch them and say hi to them and play with them, because they just bring me so much happiness, and I am so in love with my boy. And so the next question asks us, what are some favorite pastimes with your pet? Well, I love, honestly, with Frodo, I love to watch him because he just does the little craziest things and the funniest things I've ever seen. I love to watch him popcorn and watching him do zoomies, and I love watching him try to bother Sammy because Sammy just does not like him to bug him too much, and I just love their interaction. I also love cuddling with him. He doesn't like to cuddle. With me, he just doesn't like it when I take him out of the cage. So Sammy is more of my cuddle bug, but I like to take Frodo out of the cage for some cuddle time, just to tame him, and so that he eventually, hopefully, he will get used to me taking him out of the cage and cuddling with him. But those are some of my favorite pastimes with my boys. And so the last question asks us, what are some nicknames that you call your pet? Well, Frodo he has a lot of nicknames. So I call him Little Frodo. I call him Baby because Sammy is my baby, so he's my baby. My brother also likes to call him Junior. But those are just some nicknames that we like to call Frodo. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed getting to know Frodo a little bit better. Like I said, if you'd like to get to know a little bit more about Sammy, I will leave the link down below to part 1. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And I'll hope to see you all in the next video. Have a good day guys. Bye.